State has received millions of dollars in federal funds to combat the opioid epidemic in South Dakota.
And part of that money is being spent on the Avoid Opioid campaign for public awareness. Several people in recovery from opioid addiction are featured in a series of videos. One of them is David Brown of Woonsocket. KELOLAND's Angela Kennedy sat down with Brown to find out why he went public with his personal battle.
I was a high-functioning addict.
These raw videos don't sugarcoat the problem of opioid addiction in South Dakota.
I lost everything. Family, job, friends. I had nothing. Lived in my truck.
David Brown says after 13 surgeries in 18 years, he got hooked on painkillers.
It starts out as like a necessity for pain. It's what it's for, you know. But then I don't know, in my brain, just switch flipped.
Brown says he was given no warnings about the potential for addiction, and plenty of doctors kept feeding his habit. If one stopped writing him opioid prescriptions, he'd find a new doctor.
Well, we all know what big pharma is. Pharma's about money. You know, why not downplay what the effects of opioids are and how addictive their properties are, you know? Downplay that so they can make more money.
Brown's habit grew quickly.
The amount of drugs I've taken is just astronomical. Minimum 1,000 pills a month, 20 fentanyl patches a month. Minimum. My day consisted of waking up, throwing 10 pills down. Then I'd take 5 pills every hour. Suck on a fentanyl patch all day.
Did you work?
Every day. Never missed a day.
But Brown's addiction robbed his life of meaning.
And this is what your life evolves around. It evolves around how many pills you have, how many is going to get you through the day, when you're going to get your next set. It's a tiring life.
He tried several times on his own to get off the drugs.
You might make it a day, maybe 2, but that third day comes, you ain't getting through that. Third day's the worst. The worst. And you'll use. Because that's the one thing that you know will take it all away.
After 15 years of using, Brown sought treatment at Project Turnabout in Granite Falls, Minnesota, and it stuck.
You know, it took me going to rehab to realize that I'm an addict. I have a disease. It's a disease. You know, and you can call me a junkie, but I know different because God doesn't make junk.
That's why people don't get help, is that in fear of being judged.
Trisha Caruso is Brown's girlfriend. They met when he was 9 months sober. He's now been clean for 2 years.
He works really hard every day to stay sober.
I was knocking on death's door. I know I was.
Do you think you should be alive today?
No, not one bit. Not scientifically, not medically. Must be some reason I'm here.
Brown believes that reason is to help others. That's why he's taking part in South Dakota's Avoid Opioid campaign.
My goal is to help somebody who's still suffering. But I also want to help normal people, the normies out there, to understand what it's about. You know, people tell you, well, why don't you stop using? Why don't you stop having cancer? It's the same thing.
Brown says attending NA or AA meetings is key to his recovery. Now, you can watch other stories like Brown's on the Avoid Opioid SD website. It has resources like how to get help. We've included a link with this story.
Now for a